York Sport and welcome to the last show of the term, produced by Wires TV in association with Campus Newspaper News. I'm Emily Scott.
And I'm Nick Waite. This week saw the return of the Bucks Cup action, with fixtures for our football, netball and hockey teams. The prize on offer? A place in the last 16 of the competition.
We also had Bucks League action today for badminton, volleyball and hockey. So, let's get started.
Our main headline tonight is progress for the men's football team in the Bucks Cup, with a Joe Brennan strike enough to eliminate 9-man Northumbria Force in a tightly contested game. Let's have a look at some of the action. After that performance, York will be wary of being paired with one of the many strong opponents in the pot for the next stage.
That's right. In contrast to their inconsistent league form, the team seem to have acquired a taste for pressurised knockout football this term.
While the Firsts are well placed in the Northern Universities League, thanks to excellent wins against the likes of Bradford and Leeds Met, they're marooned bottom of their Bucks League, having yet to record a victory. Let's hope the team find greater consistency in the new year.
Consistency hasn't been a problem for York's netball teams this year, with both the first and the seconds being defeated on only a couple of occasions. Sadly, problems in the Teesside squad today meant the first Bucks Cup encounter had to be postponed until January, so the second team took centre stage today. Here are the highlights.
Alas, they'll have to wait until next year for another crack at Cup glory after a 15-48 defeat to a fluent Leeds seconds team.
Unfortunately, the women's first hockey team also saw the end of their Bucks Cup challenge, despite their earlier 24-0 annihilation of Leeds Trinity and All Saints in the previous round. They were playing at home to what they knew to be a strong Sheffield side, having been defeated 3-0 by them earlier in the season in their league match. Today, the girls went out hard, knowing what the opposition was like, and it was a closely contested match. The York girls were unlucky to concede a rather lacklustre goal in the first half, giving the Sheffield team the edge. In the second half, a succession of Sheffield short corners eventually saw one reach the back of the net, despite some great defence from the York girls. The girls put up a strong fight to the end, but unfortunately none of their goal-scoring efforts were converted. Final score, Sheffield 2, York 0.
Moving on from Bucks Cup action, the ladies' seconds took to the JLD pitch against Leeds University today, another unbeaten team in their Bucks League. From the off, it was a closely fought match, with not a lot of difference between the two teams. The York girls worked hard, despite missing a few key players, but unfortunately the scoreline did not reflect the standard of the game, and Leeds were fortuitous to leave with a 3-0 margin of victory. Our cameras were there to witness some of the action.
men's side did not fare much better, with the first team's match away to Leeds University being cancelled due to cold weather.
The men's seconds were more fortunate with the weather and travelled to Sheffield Hallam, but were unfortunately beaten 2-0.
On to better news, the men's basketball team travelled across the city to face York St John in a tense match which went to extra time and managed to emerge victorious 65-64.
Continuing with Bucks League action, and it's been a superb afternoon for York women's volleyball.
Indeed it has. A straight sets win over Sheffield Hallam was a bright way to end what has been at times a disappointing term. York were quickly into their stride against fairly matched opponents, racing to a 25-7 first set win, thanks to an unbroken spell of serving from captain Lisa Brightshoe, as we can see here.
The second and third sets proved much tighter, with the two teams neck and neck, but York held their nerve on the decisive points to wrap up a well-deserved victory, 25-20, 25-20. Well, what does this do to their league position, Emily?
Well, Nick, it's an important result for them as it finally moves them off the bottom of the Bucks League table. Moving on to the badminton today, and the men's first just keep on winning. Here's a taster of the action.
Yep, another 8-0 whitewash, this time over a weakened Sunderland team, takes York 3 points clear at the top of Bucks League 2B. A dead cert for promotion then, Emily?
Well, it looks good, Nick. They haven't lost as yet, and only a last-day trip to closest challengers Durham could destroy their chances. Quite frankly, however, it could be long finished by then.
That's all the sport we've got time for this term, York Sport.
Remember to look out for us in the new year. If you want to get involved, please look at the York Sport website at www.uc.org/sport and go to the media link.
I've been Nick Waite.
And I've been Emily Scott.
Merry
Merry Christmas,
Christmas,
York
York Sport.
Sport!